Do you procrastinate a lot? Have you ever been doing something productive, like studying for a math test, but get the dying urge not to do it? This is very common for a lot of people, including myself. By the end of this video, you will learn what the main cause of this problem is and what you can do to be able to fix it and actually get to doing your work. As always, if you enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We hope to hit 1,000 subs by the end of this year. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Nowadays, new technology, social media, and other things are one of the factors that have caused procrastination to grow at an exponential rate. You may wonder why you find it so hard to finish your math homework, but so easy to go back to another YouTube video or look at another person's profile on Instagram. Well, the root of this problem is located inside the brain. There are many types of chemicals and neurotransmitters inside the brain, but the one we are looking at today is dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is associated with pleasure. Whenever we do something that enhances our chances at surviving, such as eating, dopamine is released in the brain, making us feel good. Dopamine also releases in other situations, for example, gambling. When we gamble, it triggers the brain's reward system, which is linked primarily to the pleasure and motivation centers. In gambling, there is always a chance that you could win, and that thought is what releases dopamine. Each and every time you pull that lever for a slot machine, your brain is releasing dopamine, making you feel good. Just like gambling, when you're scrolling through TikTok or YouTube, each new swipe comes up with a new video, and you never know what you're gonna get. This is just like gambling, where you don't know what you're gonna get, so you keep getting more dopamine. Eventually, one can develop a tolerance. This is what the brain becomes accustomed to in dopamine, and it ceases to produce the same thrill as it originally did. Tolerance also goes hand in hand with addiction, because whenever people try and lower this tolerance level, it is generally very hard to do so. This is the same thing trying to withdraw from an addiction. You may wonder, how does all this relate back to procrastinating? When you go to study for your math test, your brain does not release a lot of dopamine. And if you're constantly watching YouTube or scrolling through TikTok or the internet, your dopamine levels will constantly remain high, and over time you'll develop a tolerance. This tolerance is why you find it so hard to finish studying, because your brain needs more dopamine to create that same thrill or pleasure that you received before that could help you stay focused and stay on track. Well, you may be asking yourself, how do I get myself out of this hole I've created for myself? Well, the real solution is detoxification. Start a day at a time without going on your phone or scrolling through the internet until maybe you work up to not going on it for a week. This will help reset your dopamine levels in your brain, so that next time when you're studying for that math test and you get a question right, your brain will have a sufficient amount of dopamine to help you stay focused and not get sidetracked into watching YouTube again.